Hi boys and girls in 3rd grade. Here are your problem of the day answers for the week of April 14th. On the 14th, number 1 was 36, number 2 was 2. On the 15th, number 1 was 7, number 2 was Nick. On the 16th, number 1 was 17, number 2 was 24. And on the 17th, number 1 was 10, and number 2, x equals 6. Let's talk about how to solve these problems. Number 1, it says Cassandra's dress cost $200. I'm going to write that down. That is twice as much as Stephanie and Charlotte spent together on their dresses. So I'm going to take $200, divide it in half, and I'll know that together Stephanie and Charlotte spent $100 on their dresses. If Stephanie spent $64, how much did Charlotte spend? 100 minus 64. I'm going to cross out the 1, make it a 0. Give 10 to the tens column, cross it out, make it a 9, and give 10 to the ones column. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. 0 minus 0 is 0. So that means Charlotte spent $36. Number 2 is a little harder. 10 plums plus 4 peaches weigh as much as 6 apples. 1 plum plus 1 peach equals 1 apple. So, how many plums weigh as much as 1 peach? I'm going to start by multiplying this second sentence by 2. I lied. By 6. I'm sorry. So that means 6 plums and 6 peaches should equal 6 apples. If that's true, I can take the 6 plums and 6 peaches and put it in place of the 6 apples in my first sentence. If 10 plums plus 4 peaches weighs the same as 6 plums and 6 peaches, now I can compare plums and peaches. I'm going to start by taking the peaches away from this side. So subtract, it cancels it out. And now I'm going to subtract it over here. So over here I have 6 plums and 2 peaches weighs the same as 10 plums. I'm going to grab some extra paper. Now I have to take away the plums. I'm going to take the 6 plums away from here and take 6 plums away from this side. So now on this side I have 4 plums, and on this side I have 2 peaches. I'm going to divide by 2, and that'll tell me how much 1 peach weighs compared to plums. This tells me 4 divided by 2 is 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1, so 2 plums weighs the same as 1 peach. Let's take a look at how to solve the problems on the 15th. On the 15th, there are 13 people on the bus. I'm going to draw a bus and put the number 13 inside. There are 5 people on the train. This is supposed to be a train. I don't know how good my drawing is. There are 5 people, so I'm going to write the number 5 in the train. If blank people were moved from the bus to the train, there would be twice as many people on the train as on the bus. I'm going to start by adding the numbers of people on both vehicles. 13 plus 5 is 18. I'm going to divide 18 into 3 parts. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. That tells me that I'm going to use groups of 6 and give them to the groups of people on each vehicle. So, if I have to have twice as many people on the train as on the bus, I know I need 12 people total on the train and 6 people total on the bus. I'm going to take 7 people, so 13 take away 7 will give me 6 people, and those 7 people added to 5 would give me 12 people on the train. So how many people have to move? The answer is 7. Because again, 13 take away 7, taking those people from the bus, putting them on the train. 13 take away 7 is 6. 5 plus 7 is 12. And that would give me my 18 people total. Number 2 is a logic problem. At school, Grace, Nick, and Ali eat something different for lunch. One eats pizza, one eats a hot dog, and one eats a salad. We've done problems like this in SIP before, so I'm going to set up a grid to show you how to solve the problem. Now I'm going to use the clues. The student who ate the hot dog went to CML practice on Monday. Nick and Ali were absent from school on Monday. So if Nick and Ali were absent on Monday, the student who ate the hot dog must have been Grace, not Nick or Ali. If Grace ate the hot dog, she did not have pizza or a salad. Nick and Ali were absent from school on Monday. On Tuesday, the boy who ate the pizza and Nick, so that means Nick can't be the boy who ate the pizza because he went to the park after school. It says on Tuesday, the boy who ate the pizza and Nick went to the park after school. So Nick didn't eat the pizza. Ali must have eaten the pizza because Nick and Ali went to the park after school. If Ali ate the pizza, he didn't have a salad. Who ate the salad? It was Nick. Let's take a look at the problems on 416.
Go.
Let's look at the problems for 416. It says, if 10 plus 5 equals 32 minus the star, find the number that belongs in place of the star. In this problem, I know that both sides of the equal sign have to be the same thing. 10 plus 5 is 15, so the answer on this side of the equal sign also has to be 15. What number goes in place of the star? It's the same as asking 32 minus what number gives me 15. So I'm going to do 32 minus 15 to find out what goes in that place. 32 take away 15. 2 minus 5 I can't do. I'm going to cross out the 3, make it a 2, and give 10 ones over here to make it a 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. 2 minus 1 is 1. 32 minus 17 will give me 15. To check if I'm right, I can do 17 plus 15 and see if I get 32. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry the 1. 1, 2, 3 gives me 32. So number 1 is 17. On the 16th, in the two problems below, the larger answer is blank more than the smaller answer. I'm sorry if this looked confusing, boys and girls. It was supposed to be 245 plus 564 and 892 minus 107. In the future, if it gets spaced wrong, I'll make sure to fix it before I post it. I'm sorry about that. So the first problem, I'm going to add. 5 plus 4 is 9, 4 plus 6 is 10, carry the 1, 1 and 2 is 3, 3 and 5 is 8. Now I'm going to do the second problem. 2 take away 7, I can't do that. I'm going to cross out the 9, make it an 8, and give 10 to the ones column. 12 minus 7 is 5, 8 minus 0 is 8, 8 take away 1 is 7. So it says the larger answer is blank more than the smaller answer. Now I'm going to take my larger answer and subtract my smaller answer. 809 minus 785. 9 minus 5 is 4. 0 minus 8, I can't do that. I'm going to cross out the 8 and make it a 7. This becomes a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 7 minus 7 is 0. The larger answer is 24 more than the smaller answer. Last but not least, here are the answers for 417. Number 1, if Mrs. Calhoun was able to cut a rope into exactly 5 4-foot pieces, she would have to cut the same rope into blank 2-foot pieces. 5 times 4 means she had 20 feet of rope. If I take those 20 feet of rope and divide it into 2-foot pieces, it means she cut 10 pieces of 2-foot rope. And last but not least, this one might look a little tricky, but it's really not that bad. It says X, Y, and Z represent different digits. XY represents a 2-digit number. XY plus Z equals 65. XZ plus YY also equals 65. If both are true, what is the value of X? I'm going to start by looking at the ones column of my first problem. Y plus Z equals 5. That's probably going to mean I have 2 plus 3 equals 5. If that's true, X has to be 6. Does that make sense? 2 plus 3 is 5. 6 plus nothing is 6. Yep, that works. Let's try and see if we could use the same numbers in the next problem. If Z is 3 in the first problem, Z would be 3 in the second problem too. And if Y is 2 in the first problem, y would be 2 in the second problem too. Does that look right? 3 plus 2, yep, that makes 5. And in the tens column, 3 plus 3 would also be 6. So that must mean x equals 6, y equals 3, and z equals 2. I messed up. What did I mess up? Wait a second, boys and girls. I think I made a mistake. X equals 6. We know that's going to be true. Y is going to be 2. 3. Sorry. And z is going to be 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. But then in this problem, 3 plus 3 is going to be 6. So y has to be 3. So y is going to be 3. Z is going to be 2. And that still makes both of the problems true. 2 and 3 is 5. 3 and 3 is 6. What number does x stand for? X equals 6. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.